In a modern city, full of skyscrapers and fast cars, lived a man named Henk. Henk was a successful businessman with two sons, Thomas and Jasper. Thomas, the eldest, was always loyal and helped his father with the family business, a thriving software company. Jasper, the youngest, on the other hand, felt suffocated by family life and dreamed of adventure, luxury and a life without obligations. One day Jasper came to his father. "Dad," he said, "I want my share of the inheritance now. I want to see the world, follow my own path. I can't stay here any longer." Henk looked at him sadly, but he loved his son and did not want to stop him in his quest for freedom. He divided his wealth and gave Jasper his share, although it pained him to see him leave. With the money in his account, Jasper bought a one-way plane ticket to Dubai, where he plunged into a world of parties, expensive hotels, luxury cars and exclusive clubs. He used social media to let his friends and family know how wonderful his life was. Photos of private jets, beach villas and celebrity parties followed in quick succession. But as often happens, the money went away faster than he thought. Within a year he had wasted everything. His friends disappeared as soon as his bank account emptied and he fell further and further into debt. He had to sell his expensive things to survive for a while, but eventually he ended up on the street. His life of luxury turned into a nightmare. Jasper had no degree, no work experience beyond the money he had been paid, and he found it difficult to find work. After much effort, he managed to get a job in a rundown cafe, where he worked long hours and barely earned enough to buy food. His former Instagram life now seemed like a dream, far away from the harsh reality he lived in. One evening, after doing his work, Jasper sat exhausted on a bench in a park. He looked at the bright lights of the city and realized how far he had strayed from his family and his old life. "Even the interns at my father's company are doing better than me now," he thought. "What have I done to myself?" With pain in his heart he decided to return to the Netherlands. He was scared and ashamed, but he knew he had no other choice. On the train home he thought about what he would say. "Maybe my father will hire me as an employee," he thought. "I can't be called a son anymore after all I've done." When he finally arrived at his parents' house, he stood at the door with shaking hands. Before he could ring the doorbell, the door swung open and his father stood there, tears in his eyes. "Jasper!" Henk exclaimed. Without a moment's hesitation, he embraced his lost son. "Father," Jasper began, "I am so sorry. I am not worthy to be called your son. Take me on as an employee, please." But Henk shook his head. "My son, you are home. That's all that matters." He shouted inside, "Thomas! Get the best bottle of champagne, we're celebrating. My son, who was lost, is home again." While the party was being prepared, Thomas stood on the sidelines, angry and confused. "Father," he said, "I have worked for you all these years, doing everything you ask. I never ran away. And yet you throw him a party when he has wasted everything." Henk put a hand on his shoulder and said softly, "My dear son, you have always been with me, and everything I have is also yours." But Jasper was lost, and now he has been found again. This is a moment to celebrate. And so that evening there was celebration, not only for Jasper's return, but also for the love and forgiveness that kept them together as a family.